Tonight's show is sponsored by EtchAndSketchGlassworks.com.
Etch and Sketch Glassworks is a family-owned and operated business specializing in custom artistic sandblasting. Their team of talented artisans possesses over 30 years combined experience. The quality of their craftsmanship is second to none, as is the personal touch that they add to every project placed in their capable hands. Whether it's home decor and glassware, or custom barware, the marking of a notable event, or crafting, bring your ideas to life. If you can envision it, they can help you create it to any occasion or style. Etch and Sketch. Have a blast.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thank you to Etch and Sketch Glassworks for sponsoring tonight's show. If you haven't had a chance to check out Etch and Sketch Glassworks, they are just amazing. Wonderful people with wonderful products. Like the commercial said, barware, promotional wear, great for weddings or, gifts for the holidays, whatever you want. Just so many wonderful, wonderful things. Etch and Sketch Glassworks just does a fantastic job. I can't thank Skip and Chelsea enough for all they do. They are amazing, amazing company, and they're just as amazing as people. And what can I say? I mean, look at this, just absolutely beautiful stuff. And I want to thank Chris Cullen. Collins. He is coming all the way from New Zealand tonight, and this is such an amazing thing for us because we are now Skyping in New Zealand. It's 12 noon on Monday, so maybe I should ask him for the lottery numbers for tonight's game. So anyways, let's get to Chris and see exactly what's going on because Culley's has got some amazing new things coming out and he wants to share them with all of us. So let's get him on the show here and we will talk to Chris. So let's see. Let's get him on. There he is. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Happy Monday to you. This is mind-boggling. I mean, I know we're 14 hours away, but for it to be noon Monday, you don't think about that often, because like here in the States, no matter what the time zone is, we're usually in the same day. So you're a day ahead of us there. So how's he doing over there?
Very well, and if you need a lot of numbers, Kendall, I can give those to you. And if you want to know who Trump's firing next, always drop me a call. Hear who he's firing next in the White House. Well,
yeah. Could you get the information before us? Awesome. So now it is our summertime here. Is it winter there for you?
It's probably the dead of winter for us. We just had probably 2 weeks ago we had the winter solstice. So it's very cold, but we're coming out through the west of it soon.
Okay. All right. And like I said, it's 12 noon on Monday there, and it's 8 o'clock Eastern time here in the United States. And I know there's still a lot of people out at the Portland Hot Sauce Expo. It should be getting over about this time, because I think it's about 4 o'clock out there. So hopefully some of them people can join us along the way. We got a lot of people on watching right now. This is great. Jessica, Chelsea, Guillermo, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Tracy, my life, you know her. Barry, Chris. Anita, there's so many great people on here. Scott from Facebook. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Shelly, how you doing, Shelly? A lot of people. Now, is there anybody from New Zealand watching right now? Give us an NZ up on the comments if there's anybody there watching, and we'll see who we got there, because we've seen a lot of our chili head people here. Our family is here watching. It's great. I got to tell you, Chris, every one of our shows that we have such great people. They watch us every week, and it means so much to us because we have our guests on, and they can share their stories with them, and it's Great. Yes, we do. JC. Yep, from New Zealand, right there. Oh, Nigel is, from New Zealand. This is awesome. We are worldwide. So tell me, what is going on in the world of Culley's?
Well, we just launched a new range of marinades, so we're pretty excited about that. We've got it's a set of three. We've got a lovely Portuguese peri peri, a Jamaican jerk, and we're always pretty much, we think, world famous for our chipotle, so we've got a chipotle product, or chipotle marinade as well. So yeah, but I guess at the moment we're sort of really focusing on the current sort of range of products. Obviously the hot sauce, our barbecue we've come out with our barbecue sauce range, which is sitting behind me. That's flying out. Really, really popular, even for the middle of winter over here. So yeah, but we're really focusing on sort of the existing products and really trying to get growth in those.
Well, I noticed that your name is starting to pick up a lot more here in the United States, and what I wanted to ask you is, I have a feeling you're quite big in the New Zealand area. Is that correct?
Yeah, look, I think we would be the biggest company in New Zealand, probably one of the biggest in Australia as well, because we send a lot of product over there. We're doing really well. I think we timed it quite well, and that was totally by chance. But I think when we sort of really geared up the company about 4 years ago, it was there was quite a gap in the market, which we kind of filled quite nicely. I mean, we sell into the major supermarkets in New Zealand. So we've got your Walmart is our kind of countdown and what we call foodstuffs here. So we've got ranging in the two supermarkets. We're in about 400 stores alone, just in the two.
That's amazing.
Which keeps us very busy. We've got with the marinades coming out shortly, but I think we've got about 20 different products in the major supermarkets. So that's huge for us. That's big volume, big business, and keeps me and the team very, very busy.
Now, do you package your own stuff right there, or do you have a co-packer?
Good question. We co-pack everything.
Okay.
So the first when I started the company about 6 years ago now in May, we used to make all of the hot sauces, any of the liquid products we used to make, and we've always contract manufactured the dry products. But it just got a bit too much for us to continue the production.
Sure.
And I'd like to keep my eye on sort of the marketing and the distribution of the products. We select our contract manufacturers. They've got to be the best of the best. We keep a very close eye on it. We have a lot of quality checks in place. So, we couldn't really continue making it. The volume just sort of got too big.
Right. Right.
It took my eye off the ball of growing the company. And as the old saying goes, I'd prefer to work on the business than in it. And we've got some fabulous co-packers that make great product, and they're really proud to make it for us. So it's a really good relationship that we have with the co-packers. We've actually got 8 different companies we work with, depending on if it's a sauce, or if it's a corn chip, or if it's a large format, or if it's a small format. So quite diverse co-packers.
Well, I can say that your quality control is absolutely, bar none, fantastic, because I've seen you at several different shows and different times of the year, and there's no way they could have been made in the same the same product line, or same code line. So for me to try the same sauces, knowing that they came from different batches and the flavor is so spot on every time, you have to have such a strict quality control, and I have to commend you to that, because I've noticed before when people have a co-packer, it might change just a little bit here or there, but your sauces are dead on flavor every time I try them. So it's congratulations to you on that.
Yeah, thanks. And look, I mentioned it before, we take it very seriously, so it's not we're not putting a 9 out of 10 product out each time. It's got to be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it's, fortunately we still grow the chilies, so we can manage the farming of the chili product, which I suppose is the core, particularly in the hot sauces. So we keep a close eye on the chilies, and then the co-packers sort of do their final process for us. But I've been making the sauces outside of, because I chefed for about 12 years. I've been making them for close to 20 years. So the recipes are tried and true, and something that's very dear to my heart. So.
Now, see, I didn't know that you grew your own chilies. That you must have a nice little farm there for as many sauces that you have.
Yeah, when I say we, I don't get my hands dirty. We're not like Puckerbut, because Puckerbut, they're farmers and manufacturers of sorts. So I've got a very a farm that we've been using for a number of years. He's down in central North Island in New Zealand. He's probably 200 yards away from the ocean, so it's right on the water, which is great for us because we don't get frost.
Nice.
So we can grow it sort of into the beginning parts of winter and still be picking chilies.
But
we grow reapers to jalokia to scorpions to habaneros, everything in between.
How did you actually get started in doing all this? I mean, this had to have been like 1 or 2 products, and then did it just take off? Did you have to work at it hard? What brought you to the point where you're at today?
Good question. Well, I sort of left school and chef for a number of years, and had a really fabulous career in chefing, and that's sort of where I started playing around with the chili sauce recipes, because it was sort of to satisfy my own love of everything spicy. Back then we kind of had Tabasco, and there was another brand in New Zealand called Kaitai Fire, but other than that it was sort of a very limited range. So I used to dabble in the kitchen and make a little batch here and there. I moved away from chefing into the corporate world, so I worked for a company called Vodafone, which is one of the global telecommunication mobile phone companies, similar to your Verizon of sorts. Right. And we had a little, after working there for a year or so, I created a little chili sauce club. We had a group of, my co-workers, and I used to sort of get little jars and make up little hot sauce batches every now and again, and get their feedback, and on the chipotle or the smoky ones we made, or the triple X hot back at the time, and everyone used to say, you've got a great product, maybe you should go and sell it. So we've got one of the better farmers markets in New Zealand, it's in Cleveland and Auckland. I was introduced to the owner, and I sort of turned up one Sunday morning with the initial 4 flavours of hot sauce, and said, "What do you think?" And she says, "When can you start?"
Wow.
So I had a 5-day-a-week corporate sales job, company car, doing very well back then. And started on a Sunday morning at a farmer's market, took my trestle table out, bowled up in my black Audi, and set up my wares. And it was just going to be a little hobby, something that I could share with other people, really. Now, I wouldn't say I sold out on the first day, but it was pretty close to it, and people loved it. And, I knew I had something. So, went back the week after, and we sort of then went into summer. So by that stage, I was doing between sort of 3 and 4 farmers markets on the weekend, which is a good thing, but it became a bit of a problem because, how did I sort of meet the demand and the production? But I sort of managed to get through. The following sort of period, I did a food show in Auckland. It's our big show of the year. I was sponsored through actually one of our government departments to be part of a group of businesses called Auckland on the Menu. So that's where I picked up my first retailers. So I then had 4 farmers markets 3 brand new retailers wanting product, and that's where I had to sort of upscale quite quickly. Louis, who a lot of people know from the shows, at that stage he was sort of working for me, so Louis was working full time, and I pegged back work to 4 days a week. 1 day was to do production and sales, and 4 days in the corporate job. And I kind of did that for about 2 years until it kind of hit that cycle where, that point really, that critical point where I could throw in the day job, still pay the mortgage and pay the bills. So, in 2000.
Oh, hold on just a second. I'm not sure. There we go. We cut out for a second. Are you still there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. I don't know what happened. It cut out for a second. Let's go right ahead.
Yeah, so then that sort of became that size where I threw in the job, and we entered the green chili sauce into the New Zealand Food Awards and the Cuisine Artisan Awards in 2013, and we quite lucky we took out gold in both of those for the green chili sauce. And that's where we got the ranging in the biggest supermarket in New Zealand. So that put us on their radar that obviously we had a great product. So we got ranging in 180 supermarkets with 4 of the, what we call still to this day, the 4 heroes. So the Tijuana green chili, the Hickory, the Culley's habanero, the Louisiana, and our biggest seller to this day is our Chipotle. And that really boosted the company. 180 stores overnight, volumes significant. So yeah, and I threw in the day job, boots and all, into Culley's, and yeah.
Well, throwing everything into the company, you can definitely see what it's done for you. Even here in the States, I seen you in Texas at Zest Fest, and then we met you again down in at the New York Hot Sauce Expo, and the lines are around the table, around the side. I mean, every place I see you, it's hard to get up and talk to you because there's so many people there. And in New Zealand, Jay had to step in and do some sales for you so I could even get to talk to you. And you sell out every place you're at. It's just amazing stuff. If anybody's ever at a show and you see Culley's there, get over there and say hi and get his sauces. He's got so many different other products there. Just amazing stuff. And you will see why this company has taken off so much and spreading worldwide. And speaking of worldwide, where all do you export to now?
We export to Australia. So we just had a huge, probably our biggest deal ever, into a company called Woolworths Australia. So that's big business for us. Also United States, Canada, a little bit into Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand. We've just sent an order up to UAE and United Arab Emirates, so that was cool. And look, we're dotted around other places, but mainly our biggest market's Australia.
Okay.
And then obviously the States and Canada. But our backyard, New Zealand's extremely supportive. They've been great to us for many years, and I'm sure many more years to come. They've been huge, avid fans, and it's funny, you mentioned the shows. When we do them here, it's much the same.
Nice.
It's really flattering. It's crazy when we do these shows in the States, and as you say, we literally have them sometimes 4 or 5 deep. They're just handing bottles and money and asking for bags. It's kind of really weird. It's quite flattering to know that we've got what we think is a pretty fabulous product that it really does. It sells itself. If they try it, most people tend to buy it, and it blows us away that most shows we're selling out. We might have a few bottles here and there, or we might bring some extra stuff to sell. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, it's the truth too, because it's just amazing the amount of people that are crowded around you, and congratulations, and it shows exact tribute to what you guys do because of all the people, and they want your products. Now, moving forward, what is the next thing that Culley's is going to move into, the next industry or product wise, or what do you got going on?
Well, we're launching a range this week. Your audience and you are the first to find out about is the Culley's Reaper range. So we see there's a huge global audience for everything from that super triple X hop. So we've got 16 products within that lineup, which some people might say is crazy. I know Louis scratches his head, the guy that my right-hand man. But yeah, we've got a peanuts, cashew, jerky, a super hot buffalo wing. We've got a barbecue sauce. We've got jerky, the Thai sweet chili, which is off the chart, beautiful. And within that, which is, we're really proud, we're launching a brand new hot sauce. We haven't done a new hot sauce for a while, so that's going to be, it's got citrus notes running through it. It's got the tropical passion fruit, a little bit of pineapple, obviously the bell peppers, and my little secret ingredient is the famous, I'll just grab a bottle, I've just got one here.
Hey everybody! Thank you for dropping in tonight. This is a great show so far. Look at all the people that we have on here: Cassandra, Ronald, Melissa, Tom. This is great. Thank you very much for stopping in. Please hit the share button so you can share this great story with everybody out there. And Kelly's back with us with a new bottle, so let's get to it.
Oh no! The secret ingredient we're putting in it is Angostura bitters. I love it in hot sauce. It's a really unique, complex flavour. So we're using that in the new Reaper range hot sauce. So
what is that? What is it again?
It's the Angostura bitters.
Oh, bitters.
Bitters. So we're putting that as an ingredient, and we've preserved some lemons. So it's going to be a very unique sauce. So we're thrilled with it. I'm sure the audience will be.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
We think we come out with, and it's all in honour of Ed from Puckedup. He's got the super hot Carolina Reaper. So we thought we'd come out with 16 products, and we'll be bringing some of that. We're off to Texas in September, Carol shows. So there'll be limited stock, but we're going to be taking some of that product over there.
What is the date for that show? Do you know?
It's September 21, 22, I believe.
Okay.
So the weekend is sort of mid-late September. So that'll be cool because I know Sam Springthorpe, I think he's moving down to Texas to work with Mikey V. So we'll catch up.
Yeah, congratulations.
The crazy boys at Bravado, Texas made Bravado, so that'll be cool to catch up with them. Big daddies.
They are great people.
We couldn't do Portland, unfortunately, and we couldn't do California. I'm on vacation on Wednesday, so just with the long flights in and out, it just wasn't possible to do Steve's last two. But the last one we'll be doing is Texas in September.
Nice. Well, you know what? Well, we got everybody here. Do you want to do a giveaway?
Absolutely, I'd love a giveaway.
Okay, what do you want to do? You want to do the New Zealand giveaway first or the United States one first?
I reckon let's do United States.
United States? Okay, this is for the United States, everybody who's watching right now. We're going to go with the first question that I talked to you earlier, and we'll do the New Zealand later in the show. But this is the question. How many different products does Culley have on their lineup? And we both know this number here, so we'll be watching for it. And so go ahead and guess on that right now, and we'll get that moving. And what are you giving away tonight?
So we've got a $100 Culley's pack for both, one for New Zealand and one for the United States. So, and we might even be able to sneak in some of this brand new Culley's Reaper range products in it as well. But yeah, it'll be a mixed sort of pack of Culley's products. So you get to try wing, barbecue, obviously some of the hot sauces.
Okay. I'm watching the numbers come up right now. I don't know if you're able to watch them where you're at to see
Yep.
if any comes up. If you happen to see the number come up, give me a shout right in the middle of our conversation or something so that we can get the right person. But it amazes me the amount of product that you have, and that everything that we've tried of yours has just been fantastic. Even right down to the dry rubs, or dry mixes. I can see some behind you on the shelf. Why don't you tell
Yes.
everybody exactly what you have there?
Look, I guess we're lucky we're in mainstream supermarkets, so they're it's Old El Paso, which is the sort of Mexican staple here. We call it the yellow brick road on the shelves. So there was a bit of they've owned that market probably 20 plus years in New Zealand, and we saw a gap that for a clean, no numbers, low sodium, low sugar product. So yeah, we've come out with end of last year into the supermarkets 6 Mexican seasonings. We've got a taco, a burrito, fajita. You're close, Tom. So you're getting very close now with the number of products. Taco, burrito, fajita. We've got a guacamole powder, which you just add to mixed avocados, and 2 chili con carnes.
Now I've had the guacamole one, and I love how that mixes in there. It's just got a great flavor that's not your traditional guacamole sauce, but it is, but it isn't. You've got a little bit of something extra in there. What is that?
So we've got a organic citrus powder. We've got
Okay.
dried cilantro. We've got a organic tomato powder. We've got a little bit of cayenne. So all of those, really what I tried to emulate was all of the what you would normally, all the fresh products, the tomato, the onion, the cilantro, the chili. We put it into a powder form. And look, it is for speed, really. It's something that you can whip up after work.
Right.
And
I'm watching the guesses here, and everybody seems to be kind of like dancing around that number a little bit.
Yeah, Tom's very close. Hey, Tom, how you doing? They're getting closer.
I know. I'm watching the hairs. It's pretty wild. They're dancing right around that number. Now, you started Culley's in 1975. I can see it on the banner behind you. Now, what have you seen in the way it has changed? The business has changed from then to now, or the industry, I should say.
I've got to be careful. The 75 is when I was born.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
the established is, that's showing my age now. The established is.
We've got a winner. We've got a winner. Cassandra.
Oh, well done, Cassandra.
There it is. Cassandra. So congratulations. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there. I did not know that. So that you were born in 1975. So that's when the Culley's creation started then.
Well, it was 6 years ago when we started the business. Well, I started it. It was such a hobby idea that my nickname is Culley, so it made sense to have Culley's. And then I thought, it'd be cool to just have established 1975, which was my birth year. I've actually managed to trademark it, which was great, because at one point we had to take that tag, possibly take the tagline off. But a lot of people ask. They think it's 40 plus years. And did your dad start it, or was it granddad's? But no, we started it 6 years ago.
Okay, nice. That explains a lot more than what I was trying to say. So where have
to your question about sort of what are we seeing?
Yeah.
Look, Vic, Klinko, he put on his page the other day I think it was might have been a magazine article out of Wall Street or Washington Post, but it's not quite exponential, but it's the continued growth path of the hot sauce industry.
Yes.
Just alone in the United States, I think it's still got huge legs. And look, what we've seen in New Zealand, just in a matter of 6 years with my clients or customers, is the palate for things getting a lot spicier. What was a cayenne or a jalapeno 6 years ago, which was hot for people, now they can handle more ghost and maybe reaper, but the palate we're seeing is can handle a whole lot more heat. But also I think in the sauces we're seeing some really unique ingredients. Some of the other people in the industry are coming out with some fabulous sauces, and I also see, particularly what we see in the United States, when we come from New Zealanders, the huge fascination by people, and it's men and a woman, young, old. We get 10-year-olds that come up to the booth and they're having reaper. We're getting a lot of older people that are, can handle the spicier products. And people even just know the terminology. They know chilies, they know the flavour profiles. What we're seeing is a very educated consumers.
Nice.
And it's not such a foreign thing for them. So it's we from our side we see some really exciting potential in the market, both here, US, Australia. We're really focused on growing our business. So, but I'm sure a lot of other companies are too. I know Jay from Burns McCoy and the Bravado Boys. We've got a bit of the three of us have got a bit of who can have as many retailers by the end of the year is going to shout each with the other ones dinner next year in New York when we all get together. So there's a lot of us that are trying to grow and chase that growth in the business, the market for all things spicy, really.
Right. We've got a little controversy here. We have one person that said they guessed 55 first, and Trufer, Twofer, I'm sorry, I know I'm saying your name wrong. So I tell you what we're going to do. When the show's over, it will realign everybody's comments, and we'll go through and make sure who said the 55 first, and we'll go from there. Is that fair for everybody? Is that okay?
Yeah. It's slightly delayed for us, the audience. It is slightly delayed, so.
Yeah, we'll check that out, and I'm sure we can work something out where everybody will get happy, can be satisfied with something like this. So we'll work that out. Now I've noticed that also. The younger and younger crowd, or the kids, are coming up to these booths at the hot sauce shows, and their parents are letting them try the super hot ones. And I would have never thought about that when my little girl was walking around, and these kids are diving in like it's no big deal, Yeah, he can handle it. Go ahead, or she can handle it, and it's pretty amazing to see. So that's going to be a continuous growth in the market when even the younger kids now are starting to get into it more.
Oh, it's without a doubt. I mean, 2-3 years ago, we were very mindful of children because we a lot of the times we'll have corn chips. So bless their heart, they'll come up and sort of grab a few chips, and then they sort of see a sauce that all the adults. But yeah, as you say, nowadays, I mean, there's a lot of younger kids that, and obviously they're getting that from their parents and more exotic foods that they're having. But yeah, they can certainly handle it. I mean, I had I wouldn't say an addiction, but whenever I was every meal for as long as I can remember, I've always had chilies. So yeah, and I think that's our next generation of business coming through, really.
True. Topher. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, Topher. I appreciate that. Sorry about that. He was saying how to say his name correctly. The words are like this big to me, so I don't get all of it. So now you have a new website you want to roll out to everybody here. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we've just managed to link it, but being in Australia, we've got a full e-commerce site in the US, and we've got the Australian one, and we've got New Zealand. So if people go to Culleys.co.nz. That's for New Zealand. Culley'sUSA.com, obviously for the United States, and Culley'sHotSauce.com.au for Australia. But if they search, we're pretty lucky with Google, so we're pretty high up. If they just search for Culley's and then their associated country, it'll pop up pretty high for them.
All right.
And we've got Heat Hot Sauce shop in California does all of our 3PL or distribution out of California. So they've been fabulous for us. So people can buy. We've got flat rate shipping. I think it's $5.99 for US. Doesn't matter if it's one bottle or 10. And we've got $6.99 flat rate shipping up to Canada, in Canada as well.
Nice. That's good shipping, because shipping is especially here in the States, and I know going overseas, because when we first got started 2 years ago, I reached out to you and you sent me some sauces. You were one of the first sauces we ever put on TastingTheHeat.com, and we had talked about at that time how expensive it was, because you were just shipping from New Zealand to here, and this is great to see that the product and the availability will be so much affordable for people here in the States, and that's a huge leap for you guys, because of shipping. It's all because of shipping.
Yeah, and look, we've got a logistics company we use in California, so they ship to retail stores in the United States and Canada for us. But Heat Hot Sauce shop in California, they've been very generous, and they've helping us with just single, the bottles for consumers.
Heat Hot Sauce is great people. Yeah.
Lovely.
We had the contest there of 55 products. I kind of skipped over that. That's amazing. That's a lot of products.
Yeah. It's funny how it's sort of grown. We've got a full range of corn chips now. Well, we've had those for a number of years. Gluten-free, all natural. We've got some Japanese panko crumb, barbecue salt, Mexican seasonings. We've come out in the range of, over here you can probably see a range of barbecue sauces. Yep. They're flying. They've been really popular.
Now, is all 55 of these items available on your website?
No, not the corn, because shipping those to the US just made no commercial sense. So barbecue, the wing, hot sauces, they're all available in the States here.
Nice.
In New Zealand they're available, but for the States, a carton of corn chips was more to freight it than it was to sell it. So
yeah, let's get the giveaway. Oh, nice.
This is one of our newer ones too. It's a very, very new product as well. So that's done with Woodstock bourbon out of the States. We're one of the first to do a food product or a barbecue sauce product for Woodstock US. So that's also now available.
Now, does it have a little bourbon, a hint of bourbon flavor in there?
4%. So it's quite a lot. So it's
nice.
Definitely, and we burn the liquor off, so good for people that don't drink. But it's definitely got that Kentucky bourbon profile to it, and we put just a touch of cayenne in it, so it's very mild, but it's got just that little bit of punch to it, which is lovely.
David just said you had me at bourbon.
Yeah.
Now, is that a sweet sauce, or is that a tangy sauce, a vinegar sauce?
It's sweet barbecue.
Sweet, nice.
Yeah, sweet barbecue stuff. Yeah.
Let's do the giveaway for New Zealand. Is that all right?
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. Now, this is for all the people in New Zealand. If you're still on there, give us a NZ so we know you're there. And this is you just guess a number between 1 and 35. And because I don't think there's quite as many in New Zealand. I'm sure a lot of people are at work because it's noon there. So the ones that are watching, we really appreciate it. If you're still watching, give us a number. Let's make it between 10 and 35. So that kind of narrows it up a little bit. So there we go. We got some. Give us a guess there between 10 and 35. So we'll check your numbers out as we go along there. So you're going to be coming back to the States in
September.
September.
Carol's got the Texas Hot Sauce show in Houston. So Louie and I are flying over for that one. So we'd be nice. It's going to be hot because it's still bloody freezing in New Zealand. So that'll be cool. We're really looking forward to it.
Okay, we got some people guessing, and this is just for people in New Zealand. So I appreciate the enthusiasm that you guys are doing, and but this is just for the New Zealand people because we had two different prizes, and I just seen the person. Topher, he is from New Zealand, so he wouldn't be in the one from the United States. So I think we can we'll figure something out after the show. We'll talk and we'll get something going.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So keep guessing to everybody from New Zealand. We still haven't got the number here. End of September, I think it's the 1st of October, we're going to be down at Jungle Gym, so we won't be able to make it to the one in Texas. But I've noticed all the shows down there in Texas are just huge, huge shows.
Yeah, we spoke to the boys from Bravado, James and Cruz, so they've been raving about it. So, and Carol, she's adorable. So, it's actually, for us from New Zealand, it's a one-way direct flight from Auckland. I think it's 14 hours, so lands directly in Houston. So still a long way, but it is, it's one of the easier shows for us to get to. Okay. And we're really excited week arranged. So, we thought we'd bring some of that over to launch at that show.
Now, I noticed when I talked to you at the Zest Fest, you actually brought your stuff over in suitcases on the plane. Now, are you still doing that, or do you have enough supply here in the States?
We have had some very trying times with FDA and customs in the US. So I remember 3 years ago for New York, so Steve Seabury's it's an amazing show in New York, Hot Sauce Expo.
Yep.
We sent it nearly 2 months before the show, and it just got wound up in customs. And Louie and I flew. We left New Zealand on the Wednesday, and it still hadn't cleared. So I spent $2,000 in excess luggage because we had to go to the show, right?
Right.
So we flew carts of luggage in the plane, bloody expensive, and it was enough, to make an appearance at the show. And Friday morning, I got a call from the shipping agent, and it had just been released. So here we had an entire pallet arrive, and then Louie and I walked in with like 12 suitcases, and everyone at the show's like, "What the hell are these guys doing?" We sold every single bottle, couldn't believe it.
Then it worked out.
So, it worked out tremendously well. So it depends. We will always bring luggage with the smaller stuff and the banners and things like that. We don't really have the luxury, obviously, of pulling up in a truck or a vehicle. So we pack a lot in the suitcases. But now we've got a logistics company in California that we use. We now just ship direct from. So we'll ship from California to Houston. We'll put it in storage for maybe a week or two, and we'll go and pick it up in a car and drive it to the shows. So gone were the days of luggage. I guess we've got a bigger presence now that we can kind of operate it like that. But yeah, we've had some fun ones. I tell you, I've had to push hundreds of pounds of hot sauce and luggage. But look, we always get there, and people are so supportive. We always sell it, so that's great.
All right, guys, the people who are in New Zealand, you're dancing right around the number. You haven't gotten it yet. So I'm going to close in the gap a little bit between 20 and 30. So keep guessing and get this number, and we'll get someone a winner. This is for people in New Zealand only. So keep it going, and we'll keep watching the numbers. So now that the winter season is over. You're going to be starting up into the probably starting the growing and everything. Uh, does that entail a lot of? I just can't imagine what that entails. But oh, we got a winner. We got a winner. So thank you very much. It is 25. So let's see the name. Carrera T2 Toe. Boy,
T-Tail.
I'm killing these names tonight.
Kevin T-Tail.
Okay.
That's a Māori name.
Okay. Guillermo, I slaughtered his name for about 3 weeks before I got it. Every time he'd get on and say hi. So I'm just being myself. So you can see these names always kill me. So congratulations. Get with me. Send me an instant message to the Tasting the Heat Facebook page, and everybody who we had said won earlier, and we'll figure out what's going on and where we're getting.
We'll figure, especially Tofa.
Yeah.
We'll sort.
Oh man, I've just told I've lost all train of thought there. So your top secret sauce. Tell me about this.
Yeah, well, that's the one before the new Carolina Reaper range
Okay.
hot sauce. So yeah, so
Okay.
we're pretty excited. We haven't actually launched a new sauce for quite a while. So yeah, we're thrilled about that one.
Now
Yeah, it's going to have preserved lemons. We've got passion fruit, pineapple, Angostura bitters, red bell peppers, obviously the Carolina Reaper. We're very lucky. Actually, one of our secrets to our sauce, well, it's not a secret, but one of our key ingredients that we use, which gives us sort of a very different flavour profile, is the white wine vinegar from New Zealand that we use. Comes from the Marlborough region, where we're famous for our Sauvignon Blanc. So it's a vinegar made from the same grapes that they grow for Sauvignon Blanc, which I'm sure most people would have either heard or tried a glass of New Zealand wine.
well, that has to definitely have a different flavor than the white wine vinegars here. Then.
Oh, it's extremely different. And I think that's the profile when people try it at the shows or when they buy our product. That's sort of quite different. It's not a distilled white vinegar. From experience, some of the distilled ones are, that it's a citric acid, or they're using I wouldn't say a chemical, but they're using a process to vinegarify the liquid. So a lot of the white distilled vinegars can be a little bit cheap and cheerful, whereas our white wine vinegar it's a very expensive product. So, but yeah, we believe it's a very well worth using, and definitely using it in the new Reaper range hot sauce.
Nice. Well, I know if you switched to something cheaper, it would definitely show up in the flavor profile of your sauces. So don't quit what you're doing, because it's amazing. Now I'm looking over your shoulder there. Now that skull bottle, is that right over your right shoulder? Is that one of yours?
Oh no, that's one of our we just had it's just one of our cool things I'd seen.
Well,
it's a
Bloody Hell sauce from England, I believe it is.
England, yeah.
I heard that they're having some controversy using that bottle with Dan Aykroyd's Crystal vodka, and I heard that they're having a little bit of trouble with that. I don't know how you could possibly trademark a bottle shape, but apparently they were having some trouble.
Publicity for both of those companies they could have got. So I think Dan Aykroyd's getting a lot of leverage out of it, but I think it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to the English company, if you ask me. I mean, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Right.
I don't think it needs to stand on, and I don't think he'd had much chance trying to fight a legal battle in England unless he had a very, very deep pockets. But yeah, I think it's probably good publicity for both companies.
Probably, yeah, yeah. I just wondered if you heard anything about it. I heard a little bit about it, and it just kind of struck me as an odd type of lawsuit, you know.
Oh yeah, some strange things go on.
Chris, I got to thank you so very much for being on the show tonight. And is there anything else that you'd like to add before the evening is done?
No, thank you very much for your time and for all the people that have tuned in. You mentioned before it's midday, so I'm sure a few people have snuck away from the office or had an extended lunch in New Zealand to watch. But yeah, look, we appreciate the support. It's an incredible community. Our customers and retailers are fabulous to us, and we couldn't do it without the support of everyone out there. And it's very flattering that people enjoy the products that we make as much as we do. I mean, we make them from our heart, and we always have, and we always will. It's strange how it's turned into quite a significant commercial business, but it really has been quite simple because, people just, so supportive. There's not a day that we don't get a ping on Facebook or a personal email about them raving about a product, or and everyone's very proud. And I'm sure when you talk to other businesses in this industry, they're very proud, and it's like a little cult following that we've all got. And even before the shows we go, the lead up to the shows, particularly in America, we get a lot of people going, "Can't wait to see you," and I'm going to stock up. Make sure you bring this product, and they send us photographs. I've even had a guy in New York, and he's got his son's little push bike with trainer wheels. And in New York, I gave him some stickers, and he's got Culley's all over this little boy's bike, and he's got them on his helmet. And so far away in Brooklyn and New York, there's a little 3 or 4-year-old riding his push bike with Culley's all over it. I mean, it's just the fans we've got everywhere. It's really cool.
That's huge. That says volumes. That's beautiful.
Mm.
I forgot one thing I wanted to mention earlier. I can't remember who sent me the email when they found out you were going to be on the show, and they said they wanted to thank you for all the help that you've given other people along the way. That you have really reached out to a lot of people, and you're always approachable, you're always knowledgeable, and you always give a helping hand to them. And unfortunately, I can't remember who I got the email from, but thank you from everybody, because it seems like I've heard that before about you, and then to actually read it from an email, it's like, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, look, it's and we do give back to other businesses and people that need, but I've been very fortunate to establish Culley's to where we're at now, and it's I see. We mentioned with Vic's article that he posted the other day is that there's huge growth and there's huge opportunity for everyone to enjoy it. So that's for producers, but it's also for people, the consumers, to enjoy what's to come in the coming 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I think it's going to be a really exciting time. So, and the community is, Tom tuned in. He in Albuquerque. I had a whole lot of extra bottles, and I knew that him and Chris Sutton were driving back. So I loaded them up. Well, Tom goes and gives it to, there's a gentleman who commented before, I think he sent him a case. But out of Tom's own pocket, he posts it to people that haven't tried Culley's. So we just get such cool support, and I think it's nice that other businesses can share stories and of good and bad, and what to do and what not to do, and I think it's great. I think it's a really cool. There's obviously the interesting side of the community, which we won't go into, but I think 99% of the community is supportive and trying to make fabulous products for fabulous customers, and I think it's awesome. I think it's like the wine industry years ago. I think it's going to be so exciting in the next 1 to 5 years of what's going to come and what's going to happen in the industry.
I totally agree with you 100%. Everybody has surrounded us and helped us along the way, including yourself, and thank you very much. And this is such a great family. As you can see, the people joining in every week watching the show. What a great Chili family. I feel like that we're part of everybody, and I know you feel that way too, because we've talked at the shows, and it's just going to get bigger and better because everybody is just, it's a passion that people who are not in this business or like spicy foods, or if they do and they don't know this exists, they just don't understand.
Yeah, that's. I think it's. Sorry, it's jumped away for a second. Yeah, I just think it's great. I think that the community is awesome, and yeah, it's nice to see new people coming in, having a bit of fun, making great products, and yeah, long may it last. I think.
I totally agree.
And it's really nice to see lots of familiar names in the industry, and there's Joe Madrid, the gentleman from New Mexico that holds the most amazing dinner. I mean, everyone's just so super cool.
It is absolutely wonderful, and thank you everybody for joining in tonight. Thank you again, Chris, for being on the show, and I want to thank Etch and Sketch Glassworks for being the sponsor tonight. I couldn't ask for better people. They are just amazing people. If you haven't tried their stuff, go to their Facebook, or go to their Facebook page, go to their website. It's etchandsketchglassworks.com. That's works with an X. Just amazing people, and you will definitely love what they've got going on there. And let's see, I'm going to play that for you because this is such a good advertisement for it. It shows you exactly what they have.
Etch and Sketch Glassworks is a family-owned and operated business specializing in custom artistic sandblasting. Their team of talented artisans possesses over 30 years combined experience. The quality of their craftsmanship is second to none, as is the personal touch that they add to every project placed in their capable hands. Whether it's home decor and glassware, or custom barware, the marking of a notable event, or crafting professional-looking promotional items or merchandise, they can help bring your ideas to life. If you can envision it, they can help you create a distinctive expression for any occasion or style. Etch and Sketch Glassworks. Life's short. Have a blast.
Thank you again to Etch and Sketch Glassworks for sponsoring tonight's show. Thank you, Chris Cullen, for being on the show. This has been a great pleasure for me to have you on. If anybody wants to be on the show or sponsor a show, get a hold of me through Facebook Messenger, and we'll set that up for you. And I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. This is always a great time having you here. And until next time, everybody, remember, when you're out there, keep tasting the heat.